The rescue team worked feverishly to free him, but little Stephen remained frustratingly out of reach. The incident happened on Mother's Day, which made it especially heartrending for Stephen's mom.
Well, I was doing laundry that day, and Stephen was in the living room playing on the floor with some toys, and I went in the bedroom to put some of the clothes away, and so I came out in the living room, and he wasn't there. I went around the house, and that's when I came across the hole there. And I just thought, no, it can't be. But I went up to the hole, and I bent down and yelled in there for my son, and he let out a little cry. And I tell you, my heart just sank. It just sank, and because there was no way I could reach down there and get him.
The city of Bellingham, Washington responds with a team of firefighters and public workers. Stephen has fallen 5 feet down a narrow pipe into the empty tank.
I was worried about, did he break something on the way in, especially something vital, we don't know if he went in head first or feet first. Did he break his neck or something like that going in? That was unknown. We didn't know what the environment might be like. Were there rats or something like that in there? These things were all on my mind as we were going through this very long process of reaching the child.
Rescuers used Stephen's favorite toy to keep him calm and to lure him toward the tank's opening.
He just lowered it down into the hole, so it would be a familiar thing for him, and it was, and I guess he would grab onto it now and then and tug on it.
Still unable to reach the boy, rescuers begin to drill. The possibility of a cave-in is always on the minds of the emergency team. So is Stephen's medical condition, which remains unknown. The rescuers are also concerned about the impact the drilling itself might have on a child so small. Dr. Marvin Wayne stands by.
At that point, we really were thinking we had 2 choices. One was to have somebody else try, and the second was to enlarge the hole. Well, this child had already, we could tell, was affected by the noise. I mean, it was hard on us standing outside, but to be in an echo chamber, we were sure was really bad experience for the child. So I suggested, let me give it a try, and I wiggled through the opening while one of the firefighters held onto my feet, and I was able to crawl into the cistern, go across the mound, and reach the child. Actually, the ends of my feet were still dangling out the hole, and they were holding on to it.
He's holding on to him, but he looks good.
Yeah, he does.
Good. Trade places, Joe, with Rick.
Right there.
Blanket up.
Yeah, blanket up. How about that blanket?
Finally, after nearly 3 hours, Dr. Wayne brings little Stephen out, and Kim Ulrich celebrates a happy Mother's Day.
Down there, huh?
You want to pass him up? Here we go.
We need a diaper.
Yep, we need a diaper.
They told me off and on as they were going that they'd hear a little something out of him, or he'd tug on the toy and something, but still, just to see it for my own self, that he was alive and okay. Can never, can't explain that kind of joy. Every Mother's Day, it takes me right back to that moment and what I went through, and it's like I relive the whole thing over again. Through my mind, I relive it, and I'm just so grateful that it turned out the way that it did.
After his rescue, Stephen Ulrich was rushed to a local hospital, where he was treated for only minor scrapes and bruises. Oh yeah, he also got a fresh diaper.